Hi, my name is Tyler Schulz, and I'm the Commissioner of the Environment working for the Office of the Auditor General of Ontario. I'd like to tell you about one of the environment audits my team worked on this year on Ontario's industrial, commercial, and institutional waste program. Under the Auditor General Act and the Environmental Bill of Rights, the Auditor General's Office conducts audit reports on environmental topics each year. Ontario generates at least 12 million tons of waste each year. Commercial and industrial businesses and institutions, including manufacturers, retail stores, office buildings, restaurants, hotels, universities, and hospitals, generate about 60% of that waste. The other 40% comes from our homes. About half of residential waste is kept out of landfill by diverting it by doing things like recycling or composting. But only about 15% of waste from businesses and institutions are diverted away from landfills. If Ontario's waste generation and diversion rates do not change, we will run out of space at our landfills in the next 11 to 14 years. As well, waste has many environmental impacts, so it's important to manage it wisely and keep as much out of landfills as possible. Some things in our garbage are valuable resources, like metals and minerals. It's a waste to throw them away. Other types of garbage release greenhouse gases that can contribute to climate change, and some toxic substances in waste can contaminate land and water. In Ontario, the Ministry of the Environment, Conservation and Parks administers laws, regulations, and policies related to waste management. We looked at how the ministry did with its responsibilities reducing landfill waste from businesses and institutions. Too many recyclables from businesses and institutions go to landfills as garbage. With no requirement to divert the waste they handle for businesses and institutions, waste collectors and transfer stations often send this waste to landfill instead. Waste rules apply to less than 2% of all Ontario businesses and institutions. That means there are no rules for reducing waste in about 98% of establishments, which account for about 1 to 2/3 of this waste. The ministry does not keep track of the waste data it needs to improve government policies aimed at reducing the waste going to landfills, or to report to the public on progress reducing and diverting waste. In this report, we have made a number of recommendations to address our audit findings. For waste from businesses and institutions, the ministry should make waste rules apply to more businesses and institutions, improve the data collected on this waste, and look at other jurisdictions that have reduced waste going to landfills and consider changes. Changes could include banning certain materials from landfills and charging more to dispose of garbage at landfills. These are just a few things that we found and recommendations we made to improve. If you want to find out more about this audit and other audits we did this year, visit auditor.on.ca. Thank you for your interest in what we do at the Office of the Auditor General of Ontario.